Hey folks, I'm BadDadatFortnit. I'm making this statement here tonight for comments I made last Tuesday concerning intellectual disables. It was very insensitive. According to Katie, the commentator, even though I'm pretty sure I did apologize, right afterwards. So, but I did say it, and that makes me guilty. And so I won't talk about disabled intellectuals anymore. So, because I've got sponsors and I've got all this going on here, I got to retain a good, clean reputation. And so, really, if you think about it, that really is me, guys. That's me, who I am. I'm not a jerk. So, you keep following DadStrat. Stay on BadDadatFortnit. Follow me. Support me. And we're going to move forward as if this never happened. Just kind of like last time.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of BadDadatFortnit, brought to you by Theateresque. I'm Johnny Frakes.
And I'm Trent Baskins.
And we just saw Bad Dad deliver an apology concerning some comments he made about last episode.
That's right, some very controversial comments that I think we all remember very well. However, I think that Bad Dad once again has shown, he's a stand-up guy, taking responsibility for his actions, addressing the fans.
You're absolutely right, Trent, and this is coming from a guy who is now a world record holder, and so it doesn't seem like he let that go to his head.
That's right, and speaking of world records, I had a chance to speak to Bad Dad about that earlier today. Let's take a look.
Excellent.
How does it feel to have broken a world record? Okay, we're going to start there. It's been a week, right? It's only been 7 days. So I'm still processing the idea that I'm the only human being who's ever done that in the history of humanity. Hello, I'm the first human to do something. It's so crazy. I'm in a rare class of human beings right now. When you realize you're the only human being who's ever done something, it kind of blows your mind. It's like transcendent. Me, Neil Armstrong, and that dude who went on Everest. We're kind of in the same club together. People are reaching out to me that oh my God, what are you, seriously? Jon Favreau and I were riffing yesterday, about some stupid stuff, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm a fan of yours. Why are you're a fan of mine? Seriously? This is so weird. Oh my God. And I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be I got a call the other day from Laserbeam, Landon. Oh my God. I'm like, don't be stupid, be cool. And I'm like, hey man, what's up? He's like, it's amazing, top 10 when you landed. And Ninja's calling me, and I don't really like Ninja that much, so I'm trying to be cool, but at the same time, I'm okay, cool, talk to you later. I kind of gotta go. I'm getting another phone call from somebody else, and whatever, Tufu or whatever, whoever, So I haven't even I feel like my feet haven't touched the ground in a weird way. I've been floating through life because I wake up and it's 24/7 adrenaline rush. Ugh, it's weird.
All right, that was an excellent interview. And you know what, Trent? I'd just like to say to any previous critics of Bad Dad's game style or gameplay, he's now a world record holder, and I don't think many Twitch streamers can say that.
That's right, you really can't dispute that.
Yeah, and Trent, how would you feel? Think about that. If you hold a world record, how would you feel about it?
Well, honestly, I can't even imagine. But I can imagine I would feel pretty much like he says, He speaks of the adrenaline rush. He's getting phone calls, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of adrenaline rushes, looks like Bad Dad's actually going to start his first game. But first, let me just say that this game might be a new take on the old classic that is DadStrat.
Oh.
So let's take a closer look.
All right.
I like the attire that Bad Dad is sporting tonight.
Yeah.
He's the headphones over the hoodie. It's very hip.
Very
All
good.
right, we're playing a new this new game. Came out last week. Lava is the floor. The floor is the lava. Cannot remember which one, but basically, it's a bunch of building.
Lava on the ground.
Unlimited, not unlimited, but you get a lot of mats.
Something you don't see every game.
So we're gonna try to do a little DadStrat and see how it works out on this game. Yeet!
Now I'm wondering what happens if he hits the lava.
All right, here we come.
Okay, so if he hits the
Dad
lava,
dropping in.
I'm guessing one of two
Wild
things
week
will
since
happen,
last week,
Trent.
setting the
Either he
world
will
record.
die instantaneously, as if he
Okay,
had
good job.
jumped
We got a
off the side
sponsor
of the
now.
map, or he will be
you're
damaged
on top.
over time by it, and he will have to
Let's
remove
get
himself from
it.
the lava somehow.
Well, John, I hope that's something we don't have to find out today.
I hope the
out what
exact same thing, Trent.
Nasty old circle wants to drop. It's all about high ground in this one, y'all.
So I'm sure many viewers are
to
breathing
the high
a
lane.
sigh of relief seeing him deploy his
So it's,
parasol immediately after
Reach out to
getting
my
off
friend
the
Landon.
battle bus.
He's Australian.
Multiple
people know him as
games
Laser
last
Beam,
episode did
and
not
he tried
involve
to,
DadStrat per
last
se.
season he
but
tried to do what
it
I
looks
did
like this is going to be a
Using the
welcome
riffs, and
change.
he
Sure, he's really on his home turf, so to
Creamed
speak.
it.
Exactly.
Seems very
I'll let him
comfortable in
know.
his skin today. I think we're in for a good game.
was like, mate, you crushed it, mate. I think that's what he said. All right. Memories of this old place.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but he seems to be heading
World's
towards
watching.
the volcano,
That
full
he
of
is.
lava.
Well, actually, the volcano
get it.
seemed to help him quite a bit last
He is not to go to
episode.
low areas, but you gotta
it
get
helped
mats,
him
you gotta
actually
get
break the
guns.
world record.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go.
Now, the floor is lava.
old
That
place
brings me
started.
back both to my childhood and some of the games that we have on at the public library.
it's an American
we're gonna go that-
pastime,
It really,
lava.
it
The old
really is.
missile
I think.
base.
You can play that outside in a backyard or at a park.
Don't know that there's any lava in America, though.
Oh, Hawaii.
Technically
Oh,
America.
yeah, you might wanna
I stand
notice,
corrected, John.
Someone's rocking the victory umbrella. They gave it to me for my recent world record, so you're welcome. Oh, I was hoping to use that, but I guess it wouldn't matter if that's the top of the rift. We're rocking it. Thanks, Tim Sweeney, my boy.
That's pretty incredible. I'm not sure just
been
anybody
crazy. A
is,
lot of people
is
reached out to
awarded
me this week.
a victory umbrella by Tim Sweeney
Like
himself.
I'm living in a dream or something.
Speaking of dreams, that purple sky, very
yes.
surreal.
Very, very. Although it's a
feeling
little
that Donna's gonna
ominous
try to reach out.
because
She
it
always reaches
kind of
out to new
harkens
celebrities
the oncoming
Because
storm.
her connection
This
with
is
a
true.
certain group of
Seems to be getting
clandestine
dangerously close to
people.
this hill.
And we just saw that the lava
So I'm sure
is
she's going to
starting
be reaching
rise.
out to me, trying to get me involved and all that crap. Now I'm kind of worried. Once you get a celebrity, how does that work?
And he's on the ground.
He is on the ground, and he's on a fairly low piece of
Gotta
ground.
get a gun. Oh, the lava's already coming in. Looks like I'm getting mats.
Well, it looks like
Get
he's
Matt's naturally
approaching
style.
a more urban area.
Come on, big
Now, what do you think is
guns.
going through his mind right now?
And I'm thinking what I'm going to need is some bandages.
Well, I guess that answers that.
There you go.
A sort of preemptive preparation
Exactly.
for the lava.
Exactly. Bad Dad is a
Come
prepper.
on. Oh, look at this.
Excellent find.
There
He's
we
got
go.
a chest.
Oh, great, a hunting rifle. That's-
Hunting rifle. He
This
does
would-
not like that gun.
This would have been good, but garbage and more garbage. Thanks.
That's right. He just picked up a turret. We have
Yes.
not seen
I bet
him
it
use a
might be
turret yet
difficult
this
for me
season.
to
Maybe
succeed.
this game he could.
Jealous much?
He seems to always sniff out the ammo fairly quickly.
He does. He
One of
does.
his unsung skills, I'd say.
In case you
Definitely.
missed it,
Unfortunately,
a certain guy broke a
he has
world record
more
on this game last
luck
week.
getting ammo than he does the
I don't know
guns
if you
he
pay
wants.
attention
That's
or
true.
What, but... Oh no. He's got-
You hear the ominous thunder in the background. That doesn't bode well.
You can, and you can see on the map there the
Now, can he
very-
take the car?
no, it looks like you'd be able to. They look super fun to drive, but they're just kind of artwork, just sitting there, a painting in a doctor's office, if you will.
Well, there's something to be said for that.
There is. Perhaps in a future update, we might be able to see, like some Chargers or Mustangs, some real American muscle being able to be driven. That would be fun.
Now that Bad Dad has the ear of the creator, maybe
Sorry,
maybe that can happen. We'll see.
My buddy the Gray Tack's here. As you know, I prefer the Gray Tack. A lot of people want to criticize that, but then again, how many records did you guys set? Because I have.
Bad Dad is king of the top 10s. Maybe not the most humble comment, but doesn't make it any less true.
Don't have a good, decent mid-size.
And he's heading upwards.
He is on what would appear to be another player's build.
Now, does that mean another player's nearby?
Exactly. That's the question, Trent. Oh no, and it looks like that might be the case.
Okay. This is the moment.
Bad Dad is building much more than we've seen him do in a short period of time.
He's moving very quickly.
He is, and he's got to because he is under fire right now. Building a ramp. Although now he is enclosing himself in.
Oh no.
Oh, come on, no way!
We have an enemy player inside his fort.
What?
Oh,
unbelievable.
No.
Oh, God, that's
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe what I just saw.
That is garbage.
It's Bad Dad placing outside of the
me?
top 10.
Number 33, in fact.
Number 33.
Not a number to be proud of. So, I know Bad Dad has a perfect record. How is this going to affect that?
He does have a perfect record of 12-0 this season, and you know what? Although he was implementing DadStrat here, because he was playing a different game variant, that being the floor is lava, I don't believe this will count against his record. Yes, I'm confirming that with the producers. It's true. It does not count. He is safe. His record is still flawless, untouched, just like the Bad Dad we know him as.
I think the fans can breathe a sigh of relief then.
They certainly can. They certainly can, Trent. And you know what? It looks like Bad Dad is gearing up for round 2 of tonight, and you know what? I'll bet he gets in the top 10 in this one.
Let's find out.
Okay, guys. So obviously that was we're just kind of having fun. Now we're time to get back to the serious stuff. That was obviously didn't count for my record because that wasn't an actual solo game. So don't panic.
There you go, Trent. Straight from Bad Dad's mouth.
I know the producers are wanting to panic. All right, let's do this.
Very different world here. A lot more water, less lava.
Back to solo,
Much
back to the top 10, the way I play the
Dad
game.
definitely prefers it that way.
Hashtag DadStrat. Yeet. Let's get it. Bring on, boy. All right.
Sort of catchphrase of Bad Dad's, let's get it.
Gonna go ahead and
absolutely, let's
thank
get it.
God, bus
And
driver.
more recently, Yeet, which
doing a fine job, sir.
I believe is a dance.
I used to drive a bus,
sure.
but
Not
now I
familiar
don't have
with
a
it.
job
I'm
at
not
this.
either.
I'm sure my kids
When
are.
you set records, you don't
Right.
get a job other than setting records.
How many kids do you have, Trent?
Put the needle on the record.
3.5. Stepson.
Oh, okay.
All right. Come on, what's going on? All right, going to coast hands-free. Hands-free coasting brought to you by DadStrat. Also, again, thanks Tim Sweeney for the lovely umbrella.
Custom umbrella,
winners get
straight from Sweeney.
Very gracious,
And
I'm
our
sure.
new sponsor, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Oh, is that apple juice, maybe?
Also, don't forget we're working on the recipe for
Use that
Victory
sugar
Snacks,
rush.
so they're not available right now.
Hopefully that doesn't give them too many
Extra
jitters.
brine with salt on the outside of them.
I think Bad Dad's worked out a
Extra
perfect formula
brine.
by now. He knows what he's doing.
All right, let's see what we're getting.
Floating
what are we
pretty
working
here.
with, folks?
Checking out the map.
Yes, and
Lost the
as you
flights.
can see, folks, we're Theateresque is pushing some victory snacks. I believe
Here we go.
with the flanking eggs on the side there, that was referencing
Right down
the
there and
victory
get
eggs.
it!
Sounds tasty.
Get me a dub.
Do you prefer, Trent,
Top
your
10,
hard-boiled
boy.
eggs just
That's what
raw,
got me here. I
or
can't
do you
deny that.
prefer them brined?
A little brined for my
Yeah.
taste.
A lot of
Yeah,
people want
that's
do
the way to
something
go.
else,
That little
something
zest.
Sure, yeah. Can't go wrong.
That little certain
reels.
something about that egg, you know,
I think
the
so.
way it hits your
Hits your
tongue.
palate.
Yes.
65.
Seems to be sort of a
Still
snow
alive.
world we're in
64.
today.
Yes, it's kind of a holdover from last
Anyway.
season, which was more
Yes.
winter themed.
Yeah.
Where
Sort of a
where-
callback.
Yes,
Mother-
yes, exactly. A very comfortable spot for Bad Dad, as we've seen in previous episodes.
Wonder if he's feeling any deja vu heading down there into the snow.
Maybe, but I
Let's go
wouldn't
up
hold
closer
that
to it.
against him because almost every one of those games, or
last
officially
game, that's a
every single
joke.
one of them, he's gotten
That's not
top
how you
10.
play the game.
It's true. You
Everybody's
can't
building.
dispute it.
It's the coward way. Why encourage the coward's way?
And Bad Dad is no coward.
No.
All right, let's see what we got. What do we got?
And he has
Oh,
touched
yeah, good,
ground.
Okay.
That he has with 54 people left
Maybe
in
I
the
should
game.
have
Excellent.
I don't know.
Par the course for Bad Dad. Alright, he's picked up a shield potion. He's
Getting that shield juice.
juicing up a couple
Pouring all
times.
over my face.
And we can hear there is some sort of loot
I'll tell
chest
you what,
nearby.
We did some celebrating this last week. And, let's just say I poured... Oh, I don't have anything. Crap, how do I get up there? You can't.
Seems to run into a snag
Well, maybe
here.
if I do
He
this.
does. That's because he didn't have any materials, but that's why he's harvesting them right now.
All right.
Now,
Now,
hopefully he doesn't destroy that victory chest. That would be unfortunate.
hello?
Or loot chest. Alright, some
we go.
bandages.
You might need those.
He might. Hopefully not, but he's got a
Yeet.
gray SMG now too, so
What's that? No, oh, that's that thing
it's
doing.
at
Okay, now
least
how do I... What's a good way to... I need to think about my strategy
competent
for
in a
just
mid-range
second.
fight.
We need to get somewhere good. We need to get some mats. Gather those mats, yo.
He's gathering some mats. He's
Sick
heading
dubs.
towards, or he was heading towards Frosty Flights. Maybe he's just doing a little bit of forestry.
Gathering some materials for later.
Gotta
Yes.
watch out for some losers in this game.
Throwing shade at some of the other players, it seems.
So just the
Yeah,
other day I was playing
he
with
likes to
squads,
reference
and I
some of
filled it
the other players,
randos.
especially those that
Sure
aren't
enough,
in the top
a lot
10.
of kids recognized me and they wanted
He's
to be
referred to
DadStrat
them in the
with me,
past
so
as
that's cool.
deadbeats. Just
you
kind of
really
clogging up the
DadStrat?
game,
I
not
mean,
being
Bad
the
Dad?
true elite players.
Seems a sort of
said,
sort of
I don't
chaos
know,
strategy.
that's what
Psychological warfare.
Psychological warfare,
Yeah.
yes.
What do
Yes.
you think? And they just were like, yeah? Like, then it is what it is, boy.
There's
Yeet!
different levels of this game, and I think Bad Dad is a true example of a player who understands that.
Absolutely.
There's the psychological and the physical.
Yeah, if
Noise.
only other players could actually hear his voice.
True.
Boys, my boys. I gotta remember I'm not playing that lava game, so it doesn't matter. What's all
Oh.
this? This seems like a trap.
All right, so this is
Is it a
this is
trap?
kind of an odd
Look at these
little
all these-
area we've stumbled into because these are multiple
And we
guns
go
of
that-
various rarity, and
Interesting.
usually you only see
It's too good to
one
be true.
gun,
Someone surely
maybe
did not
two
just
at the
leave this
most,
here.
in close proximity next to some ammo. It might be that a player had fallen off the cliff and
Okay.
hit the ice right here and had died instantaneously.
Oh.
Now, is it possible to
Nope.
trap?
Nope.
Except for
No,
Bad
no.
Dad.
It could
Nope.
be,
There
but
we go.
as of right now, it would be odd for
What do we
another
think?
player
We
to
go to this
have
corner and
camped
think
out this
about some
spot,
stuff. Okay.
having their sights on the area where all these guns are, and to not have fired by now. So I think Bad Dad is in the clear, which is
Alright.
great for all of us and great for Bad Dad's
Okay,
record.
let's see. Where we at?
Checking the
I
map,
remember I'm doing DadStrat.
getting
Guys got me
reacquainted with
kind
the
of
map.
confused with all the stuff they had me doing last week. And I get it. It was worth it for the record, but
And right
not
now,
what got
he's
me
in
here,
the
guys. You can't
middle
deny what got
of
me
one
here.
of the steps of DadStrat. I believe he's in step number 4, which is don't die.
A crucial step.
Absolutely. If you want to get into the top 10, you can't die.
top 35 and I'm still alive. Go ahead and get it!
I imagine he's placing himself perhaps in the shoes of
All right.
of one of the hobbits in the Lord of the Rings. Maybe
doing,
even the
Dad?
ring bearer Frodo himself. Where
Frodo Baggins, you're
yes,
referring to.
Frodo Baggins. That's right. Played by Elijah Wood, no less. And
Kinda risky
he,
to run up
he
into this
knows
village
that,
like this,
that he's
but
the
we're
only
going
one. He's the one who's able to shoulder the burden of getting
be
into the
done.
top 10.
With a little help from Samwise.
Of course, of course.
If only Bad Dad had a Samwise of his own.
Yes, hopefully in the future, Bad Dad will be able to play
I know what you're thinking
duos.
out there.
Well, that's
little
exciting.
Bad Dad.
Yes, indeed.
Why is
The
he
prospect of that.
To imagine the
I don't
pairings.
normally do
Yes,
this. I
would
wouldn't wanna
that
call
other
attention to myself.
character
Well,
pair up
it's actually
well,
called distracting build.
employing
thing I'm thinking
DadStrat at the same time, or,
Also, I'll
or
tell you another
what
thing
would
I've
they
been
do?
thinking
Would they play
think
it
I
a
did this
little
last
bit louder?
The old fake lean-to. Like, where's he going?
Seems to be a bit confused.
Well, this might be another example of the
got something
psychological
built up here,
warfare
right?
that Bad Dad has been employing lately. He's building almost randomly to throw off the
what
scent
you do is
of
you
other
go into
players.
here.
The chaos strategy,
Exactly.
as I mentioned before.
Exactly. You're spot on.
You go under here. Now you got a window to look out of instead of a whole vista. Uh-oh. We got a problem, though. We're not in the storm.
Ah, that's true.
We've used up a lot of materials.
So, yeah,
That was an odd...
he did use plenty of materials, plenty
I
of
think
wood right
celebrities
there
getting in my head.
that he had spent, you know.
Well, you got to spend money to make money. And
That's true.
Yeet! Let's get it! Boy! Gotta get down from this old mountain.
Yeah, it looks like Bad Dad is cultivating
Gotta get down
a
from
sort of
this old mountain.
swagger about him now that he has.
I think having a perfect record will do that to you. I mean, you look at the greats, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali.
Yes,
do
Muhammad
develop a
Ali,
certain
that
swagger
Bad
as they-
Dad's actually name dropped himself in a previous episode, and
Seems to be an influence on him, perhaps.
yes, and how
Well, I'd
could they
out here
not be?
exposed like
He's
this.
just
This
as
is
good.
not intelligent strategy. Gotta wonder what I was thinking.
All right, so Bad Dad is heading towards the safe area, the area that will be away from the storm. Although he's not taking
Tell me
a
how
beeline
how to
route,
get into the circle.
not yet.
No, he's doing it his own way,
He
as
is.
per usual.
Yes. I guess what he's doing is he's taking every twist and turn of the valley here, so that he's not a high target on a hill. Something.
That would make sense. Gathering more materials.
All right, and he's just about to approach the safe area with a minute and a half to spare. Oh, and it looks like he's approaching a structure where
Oh boy.
we can see an enemy player.
I see
Oh,
you, fool.
we just saw another enemy player,
Interesting.
but he's not being fired upon.
Had to have seen me.
Perhaps they haven't seen him yet.
Perhaps. I mean, that might be the only explanation.
Seems someone's being fired upon, though.
Absolutely, we just heard a large explosion that could have been an RPG. And we're hearing footsteps. This is pretty tense, folks. We can hear the footsteps all around,
Bad Dad playing it safe.
right next to a tree. He's not as close to the tree as he could be, but he's...
Wonder why that is.
Well, I think he's sacrificing some vulnerability via visibility in order to see a little bit better. If he were as close to the tree as he could get, he would just see leaves. Douglas fir pine needles covering the screen, which he knows wouldn't be riveting to look at.
5 more. Come on, 5 more.
So instead, he's come into this building and hid under the stairs next to an ammo crate.
Sweaty.
Taking a sip of his apple juice.
That's right.
Ooh, record holder sweat. Somebody asked me if I could sell my sweat. like the Gladiators used to do. But people are weird. We've been getting a lot of weird requests after this whole record. Come on, run along.
Footsteps.
Somebody's in this house, folks.
We're hearing a lot of noise.
We are. I can't tell if they're getting closer or farther away.
3 more people, but one guy's upstairs.
All right, that appears to
Maybe he's
be
running away.
the crunching of snow. So they might have left.
Come on, 3 seconds.
30 seconds until that
3
storm
peoples.
starts closing in and go. Does he risk it? Does he risk leaving the safe confines of the house right now?
He's thinking about it. He's doing it. He's moving.
No other choice.
And what could be going through his mind right now?
Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
I'm sure he knows that he is vulnerable out in the open like this. He hates to be out in the open. He loves sticking to the coast. That's step 3 of DadStrat, as we all know. He's gonna try to... Oh, he didn't take fall damage. It's amazing. Oh, but we're hearing gunshots.
12, come on.
None of the gunfire being directed at Bad Dad, which is excellent.
I think speaks to Bad Dad's maneuverability.
And his stealth. And there we
10.
go, folks.
We're in
Top 10.
Oh boy. Somebody just right there too. Oh boy. they're
Bad
fighting
Dad
right
has
there.
made it into the top 10 yet again. Absolutely amazing.
Let's get it!
But
oh my God.
then again, what else do you expect from Bad
Too
Dad?
much. Sweaty, we're top 8.
And we do
Here
see
comes a guy in
another
a-
player.
Was he skiing? No, that's not a thing, is it?
I don't believe skiing was included in this update. That would go against Season 8, which is more pirate themed.
Oh my goodness.
So he's continuing to move towards the safe circle.
We need to find a nice, healthy place to relax.
Top 8.
Enjoy our top 10.
He's had a very hectic game so far. It seems he wants to find a place to lay low for a bit.
Yes. Some spot where he doesn't have to worry about, ooh,
What?
he just took some fall damage. That's
Well,
unfortunate.
that's to be expected, though.
Yes, for
The kind of
falling
game
from
he's
such
playing.
a height.
Mess over
Yes.
here. I don't even know if I need to deal with any of that.
Although I hear in Apex Legends, there is no fall damage. So,
Interesting.
yeah. We can see players building in the distance.
no other way.
At least
There's no
one
other way.
player. Ooh, another collection of weapons, some purples. Oh, and there might be another player building over there too.
Goodness.
But Bad Dad is straying away from that, going towards safety.
Is there any other way? Oh,
Another builder.
Oh,
why are they everywhere?
Bad Dad is trapped into the middle of what would...
And we see another player right now behind this tree. Bad Dad approaching.
Oh,
Wow.
I did a lot of
you
damage.
hate to see it
Unbelievable.
when Bad Dad actually goes
Top
down,
10,
but then
top
you
7.
remember, wait a minute, he just got top 10.
All right.
We saw it here, folks. Another top 10. This
Number
character, yes, he placed 7th. Very, very admirable place.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Nothing to be ashamed about.
A lot of
Come
players
home
would
after a long, hard day at the
appeal
job.
for this.
Well, I don't have a job now, so except for Anyway, work has been SSDD. Same story, different day. I think in Dreamcatcher, when Stephen King's Dreamcatcher, didn't the SSDD stand for something else? Anyway, maybe this copywriter is being what do you call that character? Dudits? Alright, anyway, so keep reading. Sorry. Nothing surprising, nothing new. Wait, what is? Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna do it again. You come home from a long, hard day at the job. Work has been SSDD. Same story, different day. Oh. Nothing surprising, nothing new. But then you pour yourself a glass of anonymous foul. This is, hold on, man. and take that first sip. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry, that's not part. Let's try this again. But then you pour yourself a glass of anonymous foul. I should have started there. Wait a second. That taste. I'm sorry, guys. You really. All right, no, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm sorry. Whew. Wait a second. That taste, familiar, comforting, but something you can't quite place. This calls for further investigation. Anonymous foul, a mystery worth exploring. Again and again. Oh, yeah. Please drink responsibly, kids. Not kids. No. Kids don't drink at all. Please drink responsibly, parents of kids and 20-somethings. Oh, another. God. Anonymous foul. A mystery worth exploring. Again and again.
Well, we just saw Bad Dad do his first ad read. He just got his first official sponsor, that of Anonymous Foul. So congratulations to Bad Dad.
Congratulations. And I know I have the mystery in my cup. What about you, John?
Oh, well, while I don't imbibe typically, I usually prefer some fizzy water. I will cheers with this fine mug.
Cheers.
Bad Dad at Fortnite is brought to you by Feederesque, bringing you nothing but the best.
This is it. This is my career. This is my life. Like, literally my life. I don't even order my own lunch anymore. Roger, will go get me lunch. And then I'm like, Roger, I didn't want tuna melt for lunch. And I'm like, can I get a burger? Or some nuggets or something, whatever, I don't care. But it's weird that he keeps bringing me tuna melts. But all of a sudden, Roger's like, hey man, you want some food? And I'm like, I guess. I mean, we just had breakfast and some drinks. And I'm like, I don't need drinks. I'm 10 o'clock in the morning. As a joke, I said, could you get me Fanta? 10 minutes later, I had Fanta in my hand. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on. I'm not trying to call it Roger. I'm just saying it's weird that I'm getting all this stuff and that I don't understand how this works, Also, I'm pretty much playing Fortnite 24/7, nonstop. Literally, I don't leave this place. It's like it's becoming this weird, reality where what's real and what's not Fortnite. I literally felt like I needed to build a staircase because someone was coming in the door. So I went, oh, sorry, not spazzing out. I just went back to my workout, which was flies. That's all I do, flies. Flies, and because of this.
Bad Dad at Fortnite is brought to you by Feederesque, bringing you nothing but the best. Bad Dad at Fortnite is brought to you by Feederesque, bringing you nothing but the best.
So here are the stats for game 13 of the season. It looks like kills are at 0.
That's right, he did not kill anyone that round, although he typically doesn't. That really doesn't stop him from getting top 10.
And looks like his accuracy is at 0%.
Yeah, that's true, 0. He didn't manage to get a hit on that one player behind that tree, but if that tree wasn't in the way, I'm sure he would have at least connected once.
And seems he landed in 7th place.
That's right, another top 10. He's 13-0 now.
Now, I'd like to bring our viewers' attention to his damage to structures stats. Seems to be at a high 6,843. What do you make of that, John?
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised. He was doing a decent amount of harvesting materials, specifically wood. And we saw him build a few structures here and there, to throw off any potential opponents. So I can't say I'm surprised. It's another commendable job by BadDad.
Can't dispute that.
Yeah.
And seems as though game number 14 is getting underway. Let's take a look.
Absolutely. Let's head down to the arena floor.
Boy, I sweat through that hoodie. These lights and that, I don't know what else, and probably the scotch, I guess. I don't know. I changed because I was wringing that thing out.
He's
So
changed his
and I
attire.
did put some in a bottle.
He has.
just in case, but I don't
He's
think I'm gonna
lightened
sell it.
his
That's
load,
pretty
it would seem.
Well, hopefully that'll
But I
reflect in
will
the
say
gameplay.
that
Yeah, a little less resistance.
newfound celebrity has
perhaps
its
a few
perks.
more
Just say
milliseconds
that.
of an
I mean, that
advantage
couple,
he'll have.
Ladies, one in particular. What's up, Sharon? Hopefully Sharon and her son Thomas are watching tonight. Sup, guys?
It's a lovely sight, I think.
Go ahead and thank the bus driver because that's what I do last. Yeet!
There he is, the last to
All right,
thank
ready?
the bus driver,
1,
as
2,
he typically
let's
is.
get it!
Let's get it, as he says, as he glides off.
That's right, and already we're seeing people being eliminated.
That's everyone else's heart beating when they see Bad Dad. Oh, Bad Dad's in this?
Now, this
Dang.
landscape is really striking.
Did
Now, as you
mention a
know,
couple
I
kids
have a
from
background in
Norway,
radio, so I'm
recognized
used
me.
to more of the audio,
What's
but
up,
this,
Jurgen?
I would say, is more of a visual medium.
Yeah, it's a real visual
What's up,
treat,
guys?
I would say.
Norway
It's,
rocks.
maybe slightly cartoonish, but in a very
Norway,
pleasing
dude.
way.
In a very pleasing way.
Yeah, it's not immature or anything like that. It's
Let's
I feel like I'm there.
Yes, it has. It's lighthearted. It's jovial. You can see it in the slight
Top
variations in the
10
animations.
again.
It's really nice. It brings a smile to my face
on the
and,
game.
and to my heart.
To be honest with you, all this noise around me is like causing me to not focus like I used to be. I'm a little worried that my gameplay is a little suffering.
Seems his confidence is not where it usually is at the beginning of the match.
7.
You're right there, Trent.
Should've killed
Usually,
that dude.
BadDad
I
is
saw him
extremely
first.
confident.
I was
So
just
Now, is it
into
possible
the
this is
whole
part of his
headset,
psychological
whole mindset or
warfare, and he actually is very
Tough
confident?
on top, y'all.
some,
you put it
some
past him?
reverse psychological warfare.
I'm
maybe.
just thinking. I wouldn't put it past him.
That's interesting.
guys.
I haven't read that in any of the psychology books at the
$75 or
library,
more.
but that's always a possibility. He's always got a trump card, an ace in the hole, and this might be exactly that.
$75 or more donation will get you Bad Dad at Fortnite. Hashtag DadStrat. I think they add that. I usually don't make that noise.
Now, would you say Bad Dad is the Trump of the Fortnite world?
We're about
He
to
is
land
very
we're not even
controversial.
close to landing.
Very
We're at
controversial. Seems to
51.
have shaken the Fortnite community
good one.
Absolutely, he does
Of
go
course.
against the grain. Most players
against the establishment.
Yes, exactly.
We all know
Most
what happens
players
when you
want to lean one way.
Don't land. when you-
They want to
until you're
just
in
jump
top
down
10.
and get into the match, and
You get
Dad
records.
says no, I'm not having any
Guinness-
of this. I'm just going
Now,
to do
guys, I
things
have to
my
tell you
way,
this, kind of a
and if you
frustrating
don't like
thing,
it,
but Guinness
that's tough.
takes like months to get back to you on stuff. So you won't be able to see it written in the Guinness book yet. Unless you donate.
Approaching
I think if you donate, yeah,
Approaching the
something.
ground.
You gotta donate because we have to pay a
Oh,
certain
right.
amount
He's
of
up,
money to get
and
a
he's
record
up.
or something.
And Trent, look at this. He's already in the top
43.
50.
That was my old record. Look at that.
He's almost
Actually,
at
it's
top
not
40.
bad.
That's pretty
43,
incredible
y'all.
stuff.
42. So now my personal records go 43.
Now, John, the way he moves, the way he doesn't touch the
42,
ground,
and 10.
that's got to be a name.
Definitely. You can't
sorry, who
really
else is
teach
it?
that, or at least
Nobody in the
BadDad
world.
tries to, but it doesn't appear as if in the games that he's played that anyone else
You guys
has
remember my friend
caught
Ryan?
on
He
yet.
tried it
At
last
least in
season. I
the
know I've talked
official
about this
games that
before,
we've
but
seen
it's
here.
kinda funny 'cause
Which
he's
means
kind of a
that
big deal.
it might be
weird having all
attempted
these
to be
celebrity friends
imitated,
now, but anyway.
I don't think
So he
anybody
tried it
can
last
do it
season
the
with
way
Certainly
that
no one's
BadDad does.
mastered it the way BadDad
Exactly.
has.
Compared to what I did.
Loading up.
So he has acquired an assault rifle and a green SMG,
I think it was I can't remember
both
if it
guns
was in
that he
season
doesn't
6 or season
immediately
5
hate
he did
upon
it.
picking up. So that's a good sign.
I can't remember if it was a. Anyway, yeah, maybe in season 5. Now that I think about it, because anyway, I don't know. He probably told me. He goes on and on. It's kind of funny. People, it's just weird. All this stuff that's going on.
Harvesting a little material and then
Rearranged
moving
guns. Actually, I might as well drink.
Not harvesting as much as he usually does, I've noticed.
Speaking
Also,
of,
his damage to structures has
Anonymous
been,
growls.
has been very minimal this round.
Anonymous foul.
on. So far, it is still a little early. Only 2/3 of the entire field have been eliminated, so there's an entire third left.
Plenty to go around.
Of course. Switching out his weapon order, keeping that gray assault first.
Yeet! Ugh. That stuff sticks in your crawl. All right.
Now, of course, we would like to reiterate that
If you have
alcohol,
a chance, go ahead and
especially the
donate
kind of
$75.
like anonymous foul,
Get that mug.
is for adults and not for children.
Unequivocally.
Had a couple people get it, and then they're doing pretty well. So.
Oh, he's on a hoverboard.
Yeeting on the board.
Yeeting on
How
the
do you get off this
board.
thing?
Yeetin' indeed.
Whoa. That would have been dumb. That's what it.
BadDad was awfully close to sailing off the
What a
edge of
certain
that
kind of
cliff.
person would have done.
Wouldn't that have been something?
That would have been something terribly unfortunate because he
Terrible.
would have been outside of the
So
top
anyway,
10.
let's just move on from that.
Seems to be gaining
Right.
confidence as the match goes
would.
on.
He seems to be at least
Don't get me so
getting a
distracted
little
with
more
all this,
comfortable.
celebrity stuff.
Almost like a loosening of inhibition.
You know, maybe the pressure was unusually high on BadDad after his recent celebrity status. And it's taking some time to sort of shake that off, perhaps.
Yeah, you might imagine that he might be feeling outside pressure or maybe just pressure coming from within, having to shoulder that whole title of being a world record holder.
And knowing as we do that BadDad is quite the perfectionist, I'm sure a lot of that pressure he applies
Top
on
20.
himself.
Absolutely.
Well,
I mean, he's
almost.
13-0 right now. He's going to be trying for 14-0. That's got to be at the forefront of his mind almost during every second of gameplay.
You come home after a long. I'm sorry, guys. This is real. Okay. You come home after a long, hard day at the job. Work has been SSDD. Same story, different day. Nothing surprising, nothing new. But then you pour yourself a glass of anonymous foul and take that first sip. That taste. Familiar, comforting, but something you can't quite place. This calls for further investigation. Anonymous foul, a mystery worth exploring. Again and again. Please drink responsibly, adults.
Showing his morals.
Right. Absolutely. Definitely one of the longer ad reads I've experienced.
Let's get it!
And there he is, back in the game. Just a short
the
break.
board.
I mean,
Board fly?
I really couldn't
It's all-
ask
there you go.
anything more than having an ad
You know,
read
about the board
aloud
is
to
it's
me
kinda
by
loud, but you go
a
fast.
celebrity
Just-
like Bad Dad.
He does all the work for you.
Look at
Exactly.
that. Look at that coastline. Are you kidding me? Easy, easy, big fella. No reason to be loud. It's because you're proud. I've dominated this area. As you can see, look here. Dominated that structure, that structure, that structure. Mine. Might as well urinate on this tree. Hey, Tim Sweeney, make an emote where you can urinate on a tree.
Once again, we see him
I would
communicating
buy that.
directly with Tim
I
Sweeney.
think most kids would.
That's right. Suggesting they have a fairly familiar relationship.
Which I think we've seen
Let's get
based
some eating
on
done,
their
though.
tweets, some of which have been made public.
Tweets, his victory umbrella.
Right.
Yeah, all
this is
evidence
the place
pointing
where I
to
died in
exactly
my
that. Although I would
sad
like to
decade.
comment on
Let's get a yeet!
his desire to have an emote that would feature
Woo!
urinating on a
Yeah, I landed
tree.
in a tree. All right!
Relieving oneself
You know
in
what?
public
I'm happy in the
typically
tree.
is illegal.
Top 15, y'all.
Although I'm not sure
Body rocks, y'all.
United States or international law applies to
Man.
any events that occur
I gotta
in
admit
game.
that anonymous foul
I don't know.
That'd be something.
growing on me.
But I think
to
Bad
look
Dad
into.
does understand the controversial nature of his comments, and I think that's part of his, his appeal and his celebrity status.
Yes, he is a rebel.
Storm Eye seems to be shrinking. Doesn't appear to be alarming Bad Dad.
Of course not, because we can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the map there, that is the edge of where the storm will be. So he's inside, he's safe,
14! Yeet!
he feels perfectly fine here.
Seems comfortable, almost.
Yes, minus the...
Gonna yeet.
Yes, yeah, he seems comfortable
Gonna
minus
get
the
it!
coughing.
Sweaty. I feel sweaty. 4 more people gotta go. Get out of my
Mentioning
game,
his
boys!
levels of perspiration, I'm sure that's because the hot lights of all the eyes on him.
Where are you?
That's right, that's right.
All this attention.
Where are you?
Oh, but he's looking for an
What are you
enemy who
Oh, no.
Oh, and we see the enemy.
gliding away. So maybe they didn't see Bad Dad.
I would like to think so. Scoping it out. There's the enemy building. Now, what is Bad Dad gonna do here?
Well,
Gonna watch
he's
ya.
keeping an eye out.
Got my eye on you.
He's got his sights trained on the enemy, making sure they're...
Just in case.
Yes, just in case that they
Got my
spot
eye
him
on you.
and start firing. But I don't think he wants to give away
Sometimes he
his
wants
own
to.
position, which is why he's not firing first.
If I know Bad Dad, he will not engage unless absolutely necessary.
Yes, or like
Crosshairs on you.
the United States military, not
Somebody
firing
else is
unless
shooting.
firing upon.
Yes,
Fired upon, I
what
should
we
say.
need to have.
The rules of engagement,
our fine brothers in the military.
which we
Grunts
salute
do the
and
dirty work.
thank
Salute.
for their service.
While the
Yes.
generals strategize. Here comes another player.
More gliders.
Interesting.
Welcome to the arena.
Seems Bad Dad has found himself in some sort of
You two
hubbub.
idiots. Oh, where'd he go? Okay, you
And
two
that's
idiots gonna kill
probably
each other.
due to him yet again being inside of a
You
safe
two boys
circle.
go ahead
As you
and
can
fight
see,
it out.
the purple storm
There's another one.
being where we pointed out
Top
last
10,
time.
y'all!
But now he's inside the
Yeet!
next circle.
We be top 10. Again. My friend.
I mean, we know the enemies are around. They could be around any corner, any
right.
branch.
Any second they could see him. They
Exactly.
could spot him visually.
Exactly. He does have a decent amount of cover, but he is playing as a character who has, I believe, a purple costume, which
Also,
does
let's take a
contrast
moment to
with all the
remember
green.
And the purple signifies royalty,
Dad at
which I
Fortnite.
don't
At
think is a
night.
coincidence on
Mugs.
Bad Dad's part in choosing that
$75
color.
donation or more.
That's some real
Get
good
you
insight
this
there, Trent.
Pure porcelain, perfect, flawless mug for drinking plenty of things out of.
And
Unfortunately,
here
my other
Bad Dad
sponsor
is-
won't let me
is
drink
mentioning
scotch out
the
of it, but-
mugs.
Seems to be enjoying the mug.
Yes, they are available for a small donation of $75. Just our way, Theateresque's way of thanking those supporters of Bad Dad. And we actually had our first $75 donation
How
last
is that
week.
possible?
Congratulations.
They're just killing the shooting. Oh, that's a big build. Okay. I gotta consider.
And Bad Dad can spot at least a little gunplay
This guy.
about
Oh, they're gonna play Geyser games.
100 meters away.
Oh, I know Geyser games, guys. Hello, the king of Geyser games is here, folks.
He is the king.
I'm the king of Geyser games.
Another player has been eliminated.
What do we got going?
Bad Dad
he's
is
got
top 7.
Injured.
Top 7.
Just
Got a little fire
6
going,
more
doesn't he?
opponents left.
Look at that.
Now the
Who's been
question is,
injured?
will he place higher than he did in game 13?
Top 7.
I'm going to go on the limb and say he's going to.
I would hope so.
God, I wonder if that guy.
The way he's playing now indicates he will be.
That guy has the high.
I'm going to say a
I
top
have
5.
Semi-middle.
Top 5. All right. Bold claim. I'd say he can get
20 seconds. Everything's
even
about
higher.
to change.
I'm going to
Well,
go top 3.
Who knows what's
let's see
gonna
what
happen to
happens.
Anybody. See, that's what happens when you get down to the top 10. You're dealing with all the champions. It's me and the other champions. That's why I don't deal with interacting with people until I get to the top 10, because why would I? I don't need to deal with the
Describing
scrubs.
his general strategy there.
Absolutely, just in case there
Okay.
are newcomers to
Which
Bad
hopefully
Dad.
there are.
Hopefully there are, yes,
Yeah.
because this sort of strategy, this sort of gameplay
Man, that's a little
that is pretty unique deserves a little more attention, I would think.
Agreed. Deserves a wider audience.
Yeet! Let's get to Giddy Up and Gizzo. Oh yeah, you want to threaten me?
This
Don't give away your
might
position,
not be
though.
exactly
Our
related to
DadStrat is
the game we're
don't
watching right
die.
now, but
Sure.
Trent, I just have to say I appreciate your presence here. My last experience here back in episode
Come
2, my fellow commentator
How is there still 7
and I
people in
didn't
this
see
thing?
exactly eye to eye.
It's almost
so
stupid.
I'm thankful that I'm sitting next
Of course,
to
it
you
gets
right
dark
now.
out.
Well, John, I'm happy to be here, and I think what it all really comes down to is
snipers
professionalism. And
in
I come
different
from a background in
different things,
radio,
snipers
and
get
in
those
radio,
scores, so they
professionalism
really
is
same position,
the name of the game.
inches from the enemy. Like especially like in World War II, like they had that German sniper versus that American sniper, and they. Maybe it was a Russian. No, it was
Getting some
had
sort of
the
history
Russian
lesson here
sniper
from Bad
versus
Dad.
an American sniper. No,
believe
we were
he's
on the same side in
referencing-
World War II. That doesn't make sense.
World War II.
It was a German, I think. And they basically
A sniper
spent days facing each other off.
A little bit of a history buff, Bad Dad, I'd
Yes,
say.
yes, he's
I think-
mentioned
In this position.
various
also
topics
do a
of World
DadStrat,
War
think
II
about it.
before.
I gotta get it. Okay, here's the dumb part. Bang! Let's get it! Yeah!
Fortunately, we don't have time to get into this because
I'm not
he
doing
has
anything.
decided to go off a geyser
Yes,
on a hoverboard,
Yes.
racking up tricks.
No, 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 no!
Oh, no.
No!
Unbelievable.
You got to be kidding me.
I am speechless. I
No.
have never seen Bad Dad make
That's
a...
unfortunate.
Now, is it possible this is part of his
Why
strategy?
you don't drink?
Oh,
I mean, I don't.
I'm not sure about that. Bad Dad did just mention this is why you don't drink and drive. I could not agree more.
Single out anymore. I don't want kids drinking.
Although
Kids
I
don't
would
drink.
not want to
adults.
bad talk Anonymous Foul in any way. I'm sure
Course
they're
not.
great brand, great drink, great flavor. But
This top 10 brought to you by
that might have had
Anonymous
some
Foul.
sort of influence over why he decided to go on top of that geyser with a hoverboard, having just boosted, and to have careened right off the map.
Puzzling move, to say
Puzzling.
the least.
Yes, probably not the move that Bad Dad wanted in the end, although top 10.
Top 10,
Top 10.
number 6.
Number 6.
Not far off from my prediction of number 5.
Absolutely correct. He did better. So
This is a game I think we'll be talking about for weeks to come.
A lot of tree play, some King of the Canopy kind of action, then transitioning to the hoverboard.
Where we found out he's no Shaun White.
Right, the author?
Snowboarder.
Of course, yes. And, folks, we're lucky that Bad Dad is ready for Game 15, just like I am. What about you, Trent?
About as ready as I'll ever be.
Excellent. Let's take a closer look, get down to the arena floor. All right, and even though Bad Dad did mention he was a little sweaty, it looks like he kind of has put his hoodie back on.
Put more clothes on, it seems.
Yeah, draping that over his back.
All right, so we're back in the top 10.
A royal robe.
Could be.
Now, Trent, it looks like Bad Dad has switched his character.
I
Normally-
can see that.
I've made some changes.
Switch to a female character.
Yeah,
All right.
Interesting move for Bad Dad.
Still,
I wonder why. Here we see everybody thanking the bus driver.
Not Bad Dad.
Not Bad Dad, not yet.
all right, now we're going to thank the bus driver. Let's see how long we can last. 8 seconds.
See, a lot of characters are saying
okay,
goodbye
so
to
it's a
the.
5-second thing.
Oh, and there
enough.
goes Bad Dad.
Deploying his parasol
So I've
immediately.
changed characters, if you've noticed.
Commenting on his character change here, which we've mentioned earlier.
Female. I don't normally play as females because the hitbox is too wide. What with her hips and her childbearing hips and all that stuff. The hitbox is too big. But I figured, we kind of have a different. You guys need some different visually.
Now, for
I needed
those
something different
watching
visually.
who might not be familiar with the term hitbox, that really is the area on or around a character
over Geyser?
where they're vulnerable to fire.
Interesting.
So larger characters will have larger hitboxes.
Yeah, let's go over some geysers. It's Marilyn Monroe this. Monroe.
Bad Dad, speaking of
It's French.
skirts
She's
flying up
French.
and
Not
But
born-
hopefully it'll be just
Actually, I
as
don't
tasteful.
remember the story of Marilyn Monroe, other than she was, her name was something else. Norma Jean. That's right. Now it's
history
coming back.
buff once again.
Norma
Yes,
Jean. She
Bad
was
Dad
some
is a fountain of knowledge.
hillbilly girl, which I can relate to. Yeet!
You might come for the Fortnite
Made
strategy,
it big.
but you
Which I
get
can relate to.
a history lesson all
So
the
I guess
same.
I'm playing as Norma
I think
Jean
that's fair
right
to
now.
say.
Turn into Marilyn
Entertaining
Monroe.
no less. You can't ask for a
I won't
better
tell you my
teacher.
real name 'cause
He really is one of the
You
greats.
can
He
find
doesn't
out.
just play the game well, but he
But-
entertains as he does so. You think of Michael
Marilyn
Jordan.
Monroe was her stage name, as is
You think of Babe Ruth. These
Yes, I can
these
identify.
ultimate showman types.
Gary Kasparov.
Gary Kasparov.
I'm gonna go for
Tony
Geysers.
Kukoc. These really, these showmen.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Remember she did that? Beautiful. Plus, I mean, I think it's
already
more
see-
entertaining to
Already
watch
see
her
players dropping
run
like flies.
That's right.
As Bad Dad
than
just
it is these,
slowly careens down to
third-person
the
games where you can watch
geysers.
not first person, so you can see it. Oh man, 53. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's working. Uh-oh, where you at? Where you at? No, come on. Woo! All right.
Okay. Seems to maybe be reproducing his strategy
49.
from last episode, using the geysers
Oh, well,
to...
Can you blame him?
No, I can't.
Whatever,
Top 50,
Fortnite's
top
still
50.
good. It's no 10. But then again, only one other person in history can claim top 10 landing. And that sorry fella came in at 10 minutes and 43 seconds.
Bringing up his world record.
That's right.
Doing your math, I came in at 11 minutes and 13 seconds. So, who's the champion of the air? Call me the air dominator. Hashtag air dominator.
Air Dominator, indeed.
No, I can
he
see that
broke
on a T-shirt. I could see that on a T-shirt.
I could
Really
too.
do.
Air
That's an
Dominator.
excellent idea. And he definitely did dominate that other player with 30 seconds
distracting is-
over his record.
Which is no small feat. 30 seconds may not sound like a lot, but in the game of
Gets in there
Fortnite,
and she
that's
cuts
quite a bit of
wood.
fun.
Not sure if that's appropriate, but I should say that after some
Gearing
couple
up
of
here.
Anonymous fouls, she is a sight of sore eyes.
Once again, Bad Dad commenting on the
Let's get to
physique
shopping.
of the female avatar, as he seems to want to do.
I believe
Speaking
as
of
a
sign of sore
compliment
eyes,
towards the character artist
Girlfriends out there.
passing up that hoverboard, maybe he doesn't want to end
Hey,
this
babe.
match the same way he did last time.
That was
Still rocking
unfortunate. One wonders how
record.
much that is weighing on him during
Don't
this
worry
game.
about it.
Seems to not be affecting his gameplay, though. He's
No,
playing a very strong game so far.
and he's taking that
What's
in
up,
stride and he's
Thomas?
moving forward.
That's what all the greats do.
That is. They don't let any sort of defeat or
And
or
defeat is
slip up.
even too strong of a word.
It really is. You're absolutely right, Trent. He
Slip is a better, I would
Yes.
say, term. Yes.
Live your mom to your 50. Thomas? Okay. It's the area I dominated last time, so I apologize if it looks a little bit familiar. I'm going to go ahead and shoot off a shot there just to let you know I'm here, you know?
So this is interesting. He's loosening up a
A
little.
victory shot.
I think we can say
Top
that.
31. No, that makes sense. Speaking of victory shots, let's go ahead and hit this anonymous foul. Here's to the mystery of the anonymous foul. Man, you feel like you're just breathing fire after that. All right, wait, let's get a look, see what we're
Checking
doing.
his map.
I'm sorry, guys. My gameplay, maybe it's not as crisp as it normally was because I'm got all this stuff going on, but I need to give you guys the right game. I'm sorry. I feel guilty.
No, it's just, that is Bad Dad just showcasing his,
We're gonna.
how seriously he takes his fans
To give
in
you
that
guys
he'll
the right
apologize
game,
to
we're going
them
to do
for not
something.
playing to the best of his ability at every given second. Now
Yeah,
that's
he's-
incredible.
He really seems to care for the viewer experience,
Yes.
not just his own gameplay. Where he ends up, he wants to entertain the audience every step of the way.
One gets the idea he's not playing for himself, but for the audience.
This is just a regular old me running around a circle. Don't think about it too much. I'd like to thank Frank Whitefeather for reaching out to me personally. Represents the
Slowly
people
gathering
here
those wood materials.
Gathering the wood materials.
Oklahoma.
It's sort of a slow and steady game for Bad Dad. Seems to be taking his time.
Yes, he has entered
Perhaps a
the,
little bit shaken from the last round.
shaken from a top 6, Trent. Or
we better
you
get
must
to
be
that.
talking about his
Yeet!
unfortunate spill. off
Yes,
the
the
side of the
unfortunate
map.
spill, which we still don't know is possibly a strategy.
Man, I do not have the right guns.
Commenting on his gun selection, which is apparently lacking.
It is. Although he does have a great tack, so that is something. He does enjoy that, but he doesn't have a wealth of options when it comes
what?
to guns right now. He doesn't
What's she got
have
on
an
her
assault
hip
rifle. He has
Bulbous
a great
hip.
pistol instead.
She has bulbous hips.
We know that he's not a fan of that.
She's got a foul? Is it a foul? I don't know. I gotta get some
Comments on the
things.
physique of the female character.
Anyway, she I think she's supposed to be Little Red Riding Hood.
Okay, that would make sense
It would make sense.
with her outfit.
Yes.
Although she appears older than I believe she
Yes.
was in the Fable.
Yes. Perhaps a teenage
Nope.
Little Red Riding
Did I
Hood.
kill the...
Or
did I destroy
of
the,
age.
Of age. Certainly of age.
Yeah.
One of my few weaknesses is that I overindulge and I kill the chests.
That's right. That's something we have seen before. Him accidentally
Speaking of chests.
destroying a loot chest.
Sure.
Little Red Riding Hood.
You know, that just goes to show to everyone
No,
watching,
you're not
even though
doing too
they
good.
might think that Bad Dad
What
is
the lyrics
this
to that song? Go ahead and-
overall
someone go ahead and, post the
impeccably
lyrics to that song,
perfect
please.
person. In this small regard,
Hey, Roger,
he has
can
a
you get the
he
lyrics
might
to that
have
song,
a
please?
fault. You know?
Sure. Or a
Little Red
quirk.
Riding Hood.
Or a quirk.
Big hit
Yes.
in the 60s. Pervert, but
You know, just like in all the best stories, Bad Dad is not
Little
going
Red
to
Riding
be
Hood, you
a
look so
Mary
good or
Sue.
something.
Is not
Right.
going to be an overpowered
top 19.
protagonist who
No.
can just accomplish anything at a whim.
What would be the fun in that?
Exactly.
And I think Bad Dad knows the inherent value in
No, that's not it.
in a character having flaws in a story and how that
In your neighborhood? No,
you
that's
know,
definitely not it. Nothing about
adds
it.
layers to a story. And Bad Dad in many ways is a storyteller.
He is. He is. He has a knack
tell
for
you what.
storytelling, as we've seen time and time again,
I'm looking at the block.
and
I
as
don't
we've
even
been
wanna
lucky
go
to
in there.
hear time and time again.
But I got to.
That's right. He's heading towards the block.
Is there anybody in there?
He's probably worried about, you know, this being a named location. Other players might be in here looking for
ambush.
loot, or
if you
perhaps
notice, like,
waiting in
look at her
ambush.
little-
Yeah.
Well, look at her little shoulders and her little back. Her little waist.
Okay. I think
Got a little
he's
bow on her
just
shirt, on her shirt there.
trying to
Ain't she something?
comment positively on the small details that the
Yes.
character designers put in.
Yes. He really likes to bring out the work of other artists.
You know-
Yes. Yeah. He's kind of selfless that way.
I
Yes.
know one thing
He
is,
can appreciate art and likes to share it with his fans, I think.
Right. Yes.
like I said earlier, being a celebrity now, I kind of have the pick of the litter type of deal. And Sharon, you're the pick of the litter. Anyway,
It was a compliment.
Oh,
we're in
definitely.
the circle, and we're in top 15. So
Empowering.
Relax,
15.
girl.
Top 15.
I'm coming home later. I'll be coming home later.
Seems
She's
to
got a
have
nice
found
house
a
too, by the way.
bush.
But
Yes,
Beautiful house
we
in
have
Evanston.
only seen this, I believe, once before.
Evanston's a suburb
some-
of Chicago. I just
some
learned.
small amount of bush camping
Reached
that
out.
he did.
She's a fan. Let's
Just
say.
he doesn't exactly like to bush camp. He does talk it down. He might be doing this for a strategic reason that we don't yet
Of course, I've been too busy to
understand.
really spend much time with you, Sharon. And I apologize. I've been doing Bad Dad a couple months. Yeet! Let's get it! I always think of the Beastie Boys when that happens. Let's kick it!
We
A lot of you
certainly
kids don't know what that
have
song is, but
no
that's the Beastie
small
Boys.
amount of acapella in this round, which I'm sure some Bad Dad fans out there appreciate.
Bad Dad really showcasing his innate musical
song in the
abilities.
80s.
Yes.
Not just Fortnite playing abilities, but
He's
musical
not
abilities.
he's not a one-trick pony.
No, is there a possible recording deal in Bad Dad's future? I don't
Anyway,
That might be an interesting prospect, Trent.
know. Justin Timberlake, if you're watching.
okay.
Justin Timberlake or
Everyone knows I
Timbaland.
hate Pleasant Park. I call it Unpleasant Park because it's for amateurs. Are you kidding me with this guy?
Oh, there is an enemy player,
Seems we've made contact with an
and we're
enemy.
not yet in the top 10.
11.
This might be some risky play, but
Now,
he
if
might
you-
just keep his sights on him.
If you had to guess,
Need
John,
one more person.
would you
to
say he's going to make the
engage.
top 10 this game?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The
don't
only
have
way
very
he
good talent.
couldn't make the top 10 right now is if an
don't have very
enemy
good
player
gun
comes
for
up
this.
from behind him right now
Come
and
on,
just
one more
shotguns
person
him
need
in
to
the back
die.
of the head.
There it is, top 10. Yeet! All right, where'd you go?
That was a
Hiding
yeet,
here.
well deserved.
Yep. Let's get it,
The
John.
definition, though, you can tell
Let's
she
get
works
it,
out.
Trent. Yeet.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it right there. Oh, look at there. Where is everybody? Where'd that guy go? There he is.
I think Bad Dad really
Good
attempting
thing
to relate to
is-
his female fans,
Perhaps.
of which
He's
there are
not
many
getting killed.
Yes.
in this game. Seems to be reaching out to
Means
that
that-
demographic, which often gets ignored in the gaming
He's being
community.
loud, obnoxious.
It sure does. It sure
He's a
does.
jabroni.
Bad Dad very progressive in this way.
Yes, the
Typical
Twitch
jabroni.
community, mostly
That's a new
male,
term I learned up
so
here in
I'm
Chicago.
sure
call
any
people
potential
jabronis.
female audience appreciates
I'm not sure what it means, but I
the
think
sort
it
of
means,
gesture of goodwill
idiot.
that he's putting out
I don't
right
mean
now.
to mentally challenged. I mean like actual meathead. You know what I'm saying?
Bad Dad clarifying some
Right. Yeah, he wouldn't want
comments that
another-
could have been taken the wrong way, but
Yeah.
Bad Dad is quick to
It's the job that
clarify.
jabroni does.
Yes. So that won't be another little snafu.
Where
No.
we going? Where we going? Open up, FBI! I wish I could see her hair. I wonder what. I bet she has nice hair. It's highlights.
Speculating on the character's hair.
Yes, yes.
Well, not trashy highlights, like regular highlights. Like, oh boy.
Hearing footsteps.
And a door opening. Somebody is most likely in that house. Does he risk going in? Probably not.
There's a guy right here. I'm top 7. Top 7, y'all.
I usually prefer the gameplay that doesn't involve the combat. It's a better moral choice, I would think.
I don't think
Key
you can
here.
debate that.
This is get back to DadStrat because it's been a while. I feel like I've let you guys down with all the noise. But back to being a teacher and a coach. DadStrat is all about finding those corners, those doorways, those nooks, and getting there. You know what I mean?
Dad giving us a little insight into his
boy.
strategy there.
Not
That's
good.
right.
Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Talking about surveying your
what
surroundings
it's about, though.
and not just rushing head first into any
Yeah,
situation.
it's all about
Do you
stealth.
think you can apply to
And my friend
life in general, not just
Tufu
Fortnite?
Absolutely,
admitted
absolutely.
that it
Trent.
was a mystery or Tufu. One of my buddies was saying that it's about sometimes stealth is huge. People underestimate it. You know. I know my buddy Ninja. He doesn't like go for it, but he's also probably addicted to drugs.
Yeah, I really can't agree more. Once again, maybe
probably
using Frodo Baggins
I can tell by his
as
purple
a
hair.
vehicle to connect with the audience.
For some of our more younger listeners,
Drugs.
Lord of the Rings character,
J.R.R. Tolkien's
protagonist of J.R.R.
Yes.
Tolkien's Lord of the Rings movies.
Only time you
Well,
should
the
use
books.
drugs is when you're in the
Books.
hospital
Yes.
and they give it to you
yes.
through a
So
morphine
so Frodo's journey, if he was to go loud, if he was to draw attention to himself, he would be caught. The ring would fall
Why are we
into
still top
enemy
7?
hands, and the world would be plunged
Everybody's
into darkness.
camping? Really?
But that's not the way that Bad Dad plays.
Joe.
He plays it cool. He plays it quiet, soft, serene. He sneaks into Mordor, and he's gonna put that ring into Mount Doom. He's going to get top
We're gonna
10
stealthily-
again and again. He's gonna save the world using DadStrat.
Oh.
Oh, but he just ran into an opponent.
Are you kidding
That
me?
is unfortunate.
That's a
They
hacker.
did
I'm gonna
put Bad
go ahead
Dad
and report
down.
You.
Number 6,
Number 6, which is in the top 10.
still top 10.
My God. You.
He has a flawless
Look,
record.
watch this.
So honestly, this was a
Aimbot. Watch
success.
aimbot. Watch
It
aimbot.
was,
Bad Dad.
of course. This
Guys,
is another
see how
win.
aimbot
This is
works?
yet
There's no other
another
way to look at
victory
it, truly.
on the pile of victories that he's accrued.
Perfect record, top 10.
Aimbot.
That's right. Although he is accusing this player of using something called aimbot.
Aimbot.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's a cheat. It's a hack. It's a term some of the kids have tossed around at some of my local video game tournaments that I hold at the library.
You kidding me?
Well, Bad Dad does have the expert eye, so if
He does.
he calls them like he sees them.
He might be able to identify that faster than
More so than we
or
could,
more
I think.
accurately than we can. Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, so we get to see this guy who obviously killed me and cheated. Top 4.
Again, ended with a victory for Bad Dad.
Smashing success.
It is. Although we hate to see him go down, he's still a victory.
$75 or more to get you this one-of-a-kind collector's item. First edition. Because they're going to do some changes for the second edition so you know the difference between the first edition and the second edition. Hint. So, Bad Dad at Fortnite, and then hashtag DadStrat. And I think in like 20 years, people will be like paying millions of dollars for that stuff. So, something to think about. Is $75 worth $1 million to you? If it is, hashtag. Wait, nope. Hashtag DadStrat. Really? No? I don't. No? Alright, cool. Alright. Looks like I don't have to read another shit. And Little G won the game.
All right, guys, that brings us to the end of Game 15.
What a game.
What a game indeed. Another victory for Bad Dad. Flawless, as we mentioned.
His record goes untarnished, top 10.
Absolutely. And we couldn't be more happy to have seen it and more happy for all of you to have joined us in witnessing this. And we hope you continue to watch. This has been Bad Dad at Fortnite, brought to you by Theater-esque. I'm John E. Frakes.
I'm Trent Baskins.
And we'll see you next Tuesday evening. Thanks, everybody.